I'd like to choose tools that are very easy to use and won't cause me more headache than I need. Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Jenny Paul and this is my corner of the internet where entrepreneurs come to thrive in mind, body, and business. And today we are chatting all about productivity apps. By the end of this video, I'm hoping that you will have tons of ideas to help you work more effectively and more efficiently so that we can achieve that elusive balance that we're all looking for, and we can spend more time doing other things versus sitting at our desk. So let's dive into the first app, which is a project management app called Asana. And Asana allows you to create projects that you can then add to-do lists in those projects. You can also invite team members into your projects and you can share to-do lists, you can assign tasks, you can assign deadlines. Within each of the tasks, you can also open those up and you can assign subtasks. It also has a Gantt chart feature, which is actually a feature that you have to pay for, but if you have some sort of project where you need it to be shown on a timeline, then you have that timeline capability. The other thing that it lets you do is actually create this type of board, which is similar to the next app that I'm going to show you, which is Trello, but you can create a Trello type board in Asana as well. So you can drag lists and you can order them, and then there are cards within the list and you can adjust the cards as well. You can also open those up again, and it's very similar to the checklist capability. Then you can go over to your to-dos, and once you click on your to-dos, you're just going to be taken to an overall summary of what's coming up for you that day. So if you're struggling with organization, or if you have other team members in your business, this is a really great way to bring everything together. So whenever I'm launching a new online course, I create a brand new project and I will spell out my timeline there and then create tasks under each different step of my timeline. Now, if this feels like it's too much or too complicated for you, or you don't have team members necessarily, you might like app number 2, which is Trello. And I used Trello for years. I absolutely love it. It is very similar to what I showed you in Asana, where you can drag these checklists into different order. You can add cards to each of these lists and you can drag them around and reorder them. You can also add team members and you can also add due dates. So it's very similar to Asana in that way. And you can also open up each card and add in details or have conversations within each of those cards. So at the end of the day, when it comes to especially organization and project management, it does come down to your personal preference and what feels more intuitive for you to use. The next app is a team communication app, and it is called Slack. And if you have a team, you will love Slack. The reason why I love it is it cuts down on emails, because your team doesn't have to constantly be emailing each other about the different tasks or things that you're doing. It also has an app that you can download to your phone, or you can use it on desktop, which is really great because if you want notifications about what's going on in your team on the go, then you have it on your phone and it works just like any other messaging app would. So currently my husband is helping me out in Live Long and Hustle, and we have different channels for all the different things that are going on in the business. So we have a channel for YouTube content, we have a channel for Six Figure Blueprint, my coaching program, we have another channel just for general comments. It breaks your conversations down into different categories, so it's really easy to find things and find conversations that you've had. It's really easy to share relevant files, and overall, it's just a really great tool if there is anybody else working in your business but you. The next app is Google Calendar, and I love Google Calendar as a productivity tool because essentially it can help me time block my time. So at the beginning of the week, I'll go through and time block certain things that I want to get done throughout the week. So let's say I planned something out in Asana or in Trello. I will take everything that I've planned and all my due dates and I'll pop them into my Google Calendar, making sure that I'm blocking enough time, and I'll also color code it according to what type of task it is. The other great thing about Google Calendar is you can create create multiple calendars for all the different areas of your life, and you can see it all in one place. But if you decide that you don't necessarily want to see one calendar, so I can toggle that on or off. I also have a calendar just with Matt and I, my husband. So when I want to see the appointments that we have together or things that we're doing together, I can toggle that on. And when I don't need to see it, I can toggle that off. It's also really great because we share that particular calendar. I can add an event into, let's say we have a birthday party to go to on a Saturday. I can add that in, and that will block off that time in his calendar as well. So it's really great for overall productivity and organization of everything going on in your life. On the right-hand side, if you open it up, you'll see that you can add in tasks there. It also brings up your Google Keep, which is the next app I'm going to talk about, because Google Keep is an awesome way to store all of your ideas, all of your lists for things that you want to do. You can store voice notes in there, you can store pictures. So it's just a really great way to put all of the stuff that's in your brain and just dump it into an app and organize it so that you can find it later. Let's say you want to store groups of hashtags that you want to use in your Instagram posts. I will create a different note for different types or categories of my groups of hashtags. All I have to do is pull up Keep, type in what it is that I'm searching for. So if I'm doing a mindset post, I'll type in mindset, and up pops my hashtags. I'll just copy them directly from that and put that into my post. Another way I really like to use Google Keep is I like to share lists. So Matt and I will share a grocery list. So you can add anybody to any one of those notes or lists. So you can open up a new list, add the little check boxes to the list, and then you can just invite whoever you want, and there you have a list. So if Matt and I need to separately add things to our grocery list, it's always in Keep. So if I'm the one that ends up going to the grocery store, I have everything that he needs right in my Google Keep. The next app is called Planoly, and Planoly is so great for planning out Instagram content. You can hop into Planoly, you can upload all the photos that you have, or upcoming photos or upcoming graphics, whatever it is that you want to post, and you can drag them around and make sure that they look the way you want it to look on your feed, and then you can schedule them to be posted. It also has a place for you to store your hashtags, and you can also name them in different categories. And I love that it's free for up to 30 posts. So if you're posting once a day, that is pretty much always a month of content that you can post for free using Planoly. You really can batch content very, very easily with Planoly, and I just love that it is super intuitive and easy to use. That's really important for me. Although this is a tech video, I actually am not a techie person, and that's why I like to choose tools that are very easy to use and won't cause me more headache than I need. Speaking of super easy to use, the next app is Canva. Canva makes it very, very easy for you to create gorgeous graphics for anything, pretty much anything that you need graphics for in your business. So if you need a banner for your Facebook page, if you need graphics for Instagram, if you need stock photos for Instagram, if you need to design a logo, if you need to design a presentation, if you need to design a document, Canva has you covered. And for the most part, all the templates are organized by the type of thing that you're creating. So all you have to do is type in Instagram story or type in logo, and it will pop up with the proper dimensions. If you need to change those dimensions, you can do that as well. And it has tons of different elements and fonts, and you can upload your own custom fonts as well. It also has a ton of photos you can use, as I mentioned. You can upload your own photos. It has a lot of pre-designed font arrangements and a lot of different types of templates so that whatever you're creating looks beautiful. And I use Canva for absolutely everything. I've designed logos, I have done slideshow presentations, I've done materials for my courses, like my worksheets, all of that I've done on Canva, and it has just been super, super easy. So that is definitely highly recommended. The next app is called Focus Keeper. Now what this does is it times out these work sprints for you. And this is based on the Pomodoro Technique. And the Pomodoro Technique, the way it works is it tells you to work straight for 25 minutes, no distractions, no picking up your phone, absolutely nothing getting in your way of working for that 25 minutes. And then you take a break. Usually they say to take your break for 5 minutes, but I mean, you can figure out what works best for you. You get up, you stretch, you walk around, do whatever it is you need to do to just feel like you're taking a step away from your desk, and then you're gonna head back in for another 25-minute sprint, and then you're gonna do it again. You're gonna take another 5-minute break. And once you've done that for a few rounds, then you're going to take a longer break. So maybe you take a 30-minute break, or maybe an even longer one, just depending again on your own workflow and what you want to do during those breaks. Let's say you decide to do an afternoon workout. Maybe during that longer break time, that's when you do your workout to get refreshed and then head back in for another block of Pomodoro sprints. Focus Keeper is a really great way to help you just keep track of that so that you're not having to think about setting a stopwatch and figuring that out or keeping track of that or anything. The app does everything for you. The next app that I love and use every single day is Spotify, because Spotify has amazing preset playlists already set up to help you get into deep work mode. And some of these are called brain food, deep focus. You can also find ones that are classical music. You can find ones that are jazz. Like, I just find that their preset playlists are always amazing. And obviously you can take your favorites from that and create your own playlist. So I have a playlist that I use that is all soundtracks from movies, because those actually really help me get into the zone. Another great thing about playlists is that it really signals your mind that it's work time. Let's say you have a playlist specifically for your Pomodoro sprints. You are gonna put that on, you're gonna set your timer, and you're gonna get into the zone. And it is gonna be so easy to pump out the things that you've been procrastinating on. Now, the last app that I'm gonna share with you is called Hubspot. And I love Hubspot for managing my clients. So it can help me create records around each client, and I can add files that are relevant to them. So let's say they've signed my contract, I can add that signed contract to their file, so I always know that that's there. I can refer to it if I need to. But really, the thing that I love the most about Hubspot is you can add notes. So every conversation that you have with this client, you can be there taking notes while you're on the phone with them. And then if you want to follow up with them, let's say in 3 business days, all you have to do, there's a little check mark at the bottom of that note. You just click on that, and that is going to automatically email you when it comes time for you to follow up with that person. So it is super, super easy to stay on top of your client management, to continuously be following up. If you are in any type of sales, you know that it is sometimes the 7th follow-up where somebody actually decides to sign on with you, or purchase from you, or decide to meet with you. So follow-ups are key. And if that is key for your business, I definitely recommend Hubspot. I have spent thousands of dollars on databases, and then I found Hubspot, and Hubspot is free up until a certain point. For me right now, it's working for me on the free plan. So I love Hubspot. If you do any type of client management, or you just want to keep track of details about your clients, like maybe you want to remember their kids' names, you want to remember where they went on vacation, those types of things, it's really great to put in there as well, and just really helps you to build relationship. It is a CRM, which is a customer relationship management tool. All right, so those were 10 apps to boost your productivity. And if you use other apps that you love, please comment below and let me know, because I love hearing about new apps. I love trying new apps. I'm definitely going to be trying some new ones moving forward. And if I find any other ones that I love, I will definitely update you and post another video. But for now, these are definitely my top 10 apps for productivity. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe and share it with a friend, because that tells me that you love this type of content and you want more of it. And until next time, I will see you in the next video.